Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading today. If you have been waiting for this reading, thank you so much for your patience. I do apologise. I've had a lot going on this week, so finally we come to you, Capricorn. I'm going to start the next set in a different place so that you're not at the end. Fairness to Capricorn week. Anyway, if you're joining me for the first time, thank you so much. You're very welcome here. I do ask, please, if you do enjoy the video, then please help me out by subscribing and liking. That really does help. And I've got private readings available, but I'll tell you more about those later. For now, we need to get on. Spirit has started. Here we go. Capricorn, we're going to look at your energy. We're going to look at any messages Spirit have for you. Any advice, anything that's coming in for you. Oops. Oh, wow. They guided me to these cards. I always go for the cards I'm guided to. So I never know what is going to come in. These feel very spiritual. I think because they're in this dark purple colour. I'm not even paying attention to which cards they are. So let's have a look. Nice. On the bottom of the deck, we have open your heart to joy. Let's have a look at the others. Okay, so we start with all is possible. We start with trust your divine plan. There's a divine plan. Go slow, take time, opening to your spiritual source. And then we have joy and delight, which is, frankly, a joy and delight. Right. Capricorn, let's get on with it. So, look at this. This looks like you're at the beginning of something quite exciting. Maybe some of you are choosing a different direction in your life, or some of you just, have some sort of idea but are doubting whether or not you can move forward with that idea or whether it's achievable. Know that Spirit are giving you the green light here. Capricorn, and he said Sagittarius. That's interesting. If you have a Sagittarius around you, they could be significant in your journey. But yes, the choice is yours. You have willpower. You can make that choice. If it feels right, then follow it, is what I always say. All is possible. That is really a green light. We'll get some more advice from them in a minute with the tarot. Do bear in mind, this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate with everybody. But if it feels right to you, then maybe there's some messages here for you today. We have trust there is a divine plan. When we look at this person walking through this desert passage here towards a burning sun, they may be doubting whether or not they're on the right path. You may be being redirected. Interesting. But they may be doubting that they'll make it to their destination because they are in the burning hot sun, But spirits say, all is possible. Time for you to trust because there's a divine plan here. You are being guided, Capricorn. Sorry, they wanted me to be quiet. They just said to me, silence. So I just needed a moment of silence. And they wanted me to be silent at that moment because they wanted you to really hear the words that I've just said. You need to trust that there is a divine plan at play. So if you're finding yourself thinking about moving in a new direction in any aspect of your life, whether that be, whatever aspect, whether it be home, whether it be work, whether it be relationships, keep a very open mind is what they're saying, because you are being divinely guided. And they're saying there's no rush here. Because you have an idea or you have a thought, there's not something here that you have to rush into. It's okay to take your time, because that way you can wait for the fog to clear. We see fogged in here, we see fog here. you know? This boat, and I know they've got a special name, but I don't know what it is. I can't think of it right now. But I know there's a special name for these particular boats. They're not moving at the moment. They're taking a very steady approach to this move forward, because the more time they take, the clearer things will become. And Spirit are asking you, Capricorn, to open to your spiritual source. Because when things are becoming maybe foggy or a bit confusing, or you've decided to take a new path, but you're trying to figure out the details of how that's going to look, your sanctuary will be in your connection with Spirit, especially because there's this divine plan. So as I often say in my readings, if you feel you need additional support or guidance from Spirit, you literally just have to ask them. And if you say it out loud, they will hear you. Okay? You know, that brings clarity to the situation, so that they, you know, are guiding you in the areas that you need help with, you know. And they're wanting you to be positive about this situation. We see this on the bottom of the deck. It looks like there's a lot of something joyful coming your way. And they're asking you to open your heart to it. Because sometimes, you know, if we've been living life in a certain way, sometimes it's difficult to then trust things that come that seem positive. But Spirit are saying, open your heart to joy. You can be happy, Capricorn. You can be happy, you know? Interesting that under this particular card about joy, we have this stepping into power card, but it was in reverse. Now, I don't usually read oracle reversals, but you may have felt, because this card, if it was upright, would say you are strong beyond measure, but you may have felt a bit of confusion. You may have felt that you're not strong enough to make any choices recently. And Spirit are saying it's not that big a pull. That's a really strange way of wording it, but it's not that big. You know, you don't need to step into that energy. In fact, I've turned it upright to put it back on the deck, because you are strong, Capricorn, and you can pursue a new path, and you will be okay. Open your heart to new experiences, to joy, and to anything that makes you feel good. That's what we're here for. We're here to achieve, and we're here to help each other and to be kind. And to grow as our souls, you know. Anyway, I'm philosophizing. Let's get on. So, Tarot, you're calling me. These Tarot are calling me today. Let's find out about this new path. What's the new path? Oh, wow. What's the new path for Capricorn, please? New path for Capricorn, please. Oh, so exciting. I love a Tower card. I know some people, and I've said this before in readings, some people see the Tower and they think, oh no, my world's collapsing. Great. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you know, it's not about your world collapsing. Obviously, I wouldn't wish that sort of energy on anybody. But what we're seeing here is a new opportunity, because I'm just going to pop these down. What we see is a new opportunity because your foundation is standing steady and tall. So as you're choosing a new path, and Spirit are saying to you, all is possible, Capricorn. Know that you're still grounded, even though some of your life may be changing in quite a radical way if you choose it to. Remember, you have willpower here. So, you know, you are choosing your path. No one is inflicting it on you at this moment in time. Yes, there's a divine plan. They're guiding you to pastures new. So there may be some aspects of your life that you feel isn't of your choosing, but it was necessary for your growth, Capricorn. And it enables you to build on this foundation, to build your life differently, to have new experiences. And they threw out another card with it, clarity. This is so interesting because these cards came out in the Sagittarius reading, but in a totally different order. So this is obviously a strong energy that's around at the moment. Things are going to become clear. If you're dealing with a Tower situation at the moment where some things aren't going well, or they're breaking down, or, you know, maybe for some of you, you've been working on a project and it's all fallen to pieces at the last because you can't get funding or something like that. You know, for some of you, this could be relationship wise. You will know how it resonates with you. But there's a new beginning here, a new idea, a new clarity that is coming into this situation. Spirit are saying you may be confused at the moment, Capricorn, but this is a divine plan. And soon we will give you the answers you are looking for. We will bring you that clarity to this situation. And you are a key player in this, because here you are in the middle of your reading, Capricorn, sitting in Magician energy, which basically means that you can choose the outcome you want from this situation that is going to be positive, and it's going to benefit yourself and all concerned. Magician is very much about turning things to the positive, and also a card of manifestation. So for those of you that are into manifesting, into law of attraction, everything of that type, you're sitting in that energy at the moment. So I think as the dust settles and things begin to get clear, you will have a new focus on how you want this to play out. And remember, they're telling you to take your time, because there's going to be choices ahead of you. Again, this came up in the Sagittarius reading. This is so weird. But Seven of Cups, lots of choices. So take your time in making those choices, because you stand a really good chance here in your Magician energy, Capricorn, of these things materializing. So, you know the old adage, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, there's not warnings here, but they are saying, make your choice wisely. I'll say that again. Make your choice wisely, Capricorn. There's a lot of love coming your way. The fact that they've matched this with opening to your spiritual source and your sanctuary. This could be two things. This could be a new person coming into your life, the Knight of Cups with his lovely romantic energy. But for some of you, that could be the case. But for others, in fact, for most of you at the moment, Capricorn, Spirit, because you're on this divine path, want you to know, and here we have this signified by the sun here, that they are sending their loving energy, which is why they want you to connect with your spiritual source and see them as a kind of sanctuary, because they're always looking out for you. That energy is here for you, regardless of whether this comes in the physical or not. Okay? For those of you that a new relationship does come forward, I'm going to look at that card in more detail in a moment, because I've just noticed something that's really quite extraordinary. In fact, let's say it now. You see, this knight is actually, he's holding this, I don't know what you'd call it. What do you call that? It's like a big stick, but I know it's probably got a name. But it actually feeds into the sun. And it's almost like he's grounding his spiritual energy in order to have the strength to bring you this loving energy. So if this is, for some of you, I do think it's spiritual. For the majority of you, I do think this is about the love that Spirit are sending through to you. It is a bit of a gift for you, I have to say. But for those of you, if you do have a new person that comes in with very loving, very romantic energy, then this person may be feeling like a kind of sanctuary to you. So, why are you telling Capricorn to open their heart to joy, please? Life's about give and take. It's about, you know, they just said equality, which is interesting. And it kind of feels that, you know, as I say, if things have been fairly serious for you, or if you are choosing a new path, but you're a bit mistrusting, I think the word is, about whether or not you can trust this new beginning, this new joy that's coming in. Spirit are saying it provides a sense of balance. You know, as long as you are giving those sort of kind energies, joyful energies to other people, then those are the energies that will also come back to you. But you've got to be willing to accept it, you know, because people around you may be joyful themselves, they might be quite positive, and it's okay for you to open your heart to receive what they want to give to you also. Don't be afraid to accept help here, Capricorn, you know. And it could be, for some of you, connected with this new person coming in. In fact, I think it's relevant for all of you, because this could be a new friend that's coming in. You don't necessarily trust whether or not they're genuine because you don't know them very well yet. Spirit said, take your time. But it's a balance in the relationship. You've been brought this joyful person into your life. It allows you to open your heart so that you're able to give more joy to others. I hope that makes sense. Right. On the bottom of the deck, we see Capricorn, the Five of Cups. And this is exactly what I was just saying about opening your heart to joy and to allow good things to come in, because we do have to allow them. We do have to accept them. You know, sometimes we can get stuck, can't we? And especially if we've been in some sort of negative cycle, it's sometimes difficult to trust that good things will stay. But Spirit are saying to you, you need to let go of those emotions. You need to let go of what you felt in the past. Because if you're choosing a new path, you don't want to carry heavy energy with you, Capricorn. That is why you need this balance of giving and receiving. You know, you can't do all the giving and deplete yourself and then wonder why, you know, nobody gave back to you, when in actual fact, you weren't open to anybody. You weren't even looking, you know, to accept kindness from others, you know. Very interesting energy there for you, Capricorn. Right, I am going to, you know, I love my Moonology. I'm so predictable at the end of these readings. Thank you. Was it Yasmin Boland? Was that her name? The person that did Moonology? I thank her for that, if it was. So we have the first card. Before I pull it, I will just say, if some of you want to look at your personal circumstances, there is a link down below. If you go onto my Buy Me a Coffee page and click on the shop tab, it will take you to my range of readings on offer at the moment. They are all recorded just like this, so you will have them to keep, or you'll have access to them for sure to keep. And they're tailored specially for you. So, you know, please do book. Let's do it. So thank you for watching. Let's get on with the Moonology. Attend to the details. Yes, this is what they were saying, Capricorn, about taking your time, because, you know, you may have had an idea. We know you've had an idea because it's here. We know that you're feeling a lot clearer about the idea, but the actual details of putting it into action, whether that be sort of, you know, leaving a situation to go into another, or what, in any walk of your life or something like that, don't forget the details. At the moment, you might not see, you may have a clear idea and a clear focus of where you want to go, but actually getting there may not be clear. It may be foggy, is what they're saying. That was quick, Spirit. They're saying talk less and feel more. Do you know, I always think that card, it sort of kind of sounds quite rude when you say talk less. But I know what the Spirit are always saying it to me because I'm awful. But, you know, here we have, again, this connection with Spirit. If we look at this person, they're sitting there in almost a meditative state, looking at the moon and soaking in that connection with Spirit, with God, with, you know, whoever it is you relate to, with the angels. They are literally taking those positive feelings and energies from the moon, you know, and they're sitting there in quiet reflection. And this is what they mean when they say feel more, because in those moments of quietness, that is when you can hear more in terms of your spiritual connection. And trust that all will be well, Capricorn. What a lovely card to have. Trust that you're on the right path. Trust that you are being divinely guided. You're going to have some lovely choices ahead of you and you're going to be fine. It's all going to work out okay. You know, this is exactly what I said when I referenced the Tower card earlier. You still have the strong foundation that is you, regardless of what you've had to deal with. So trust that all will be well. And just embrace the flow of life, Capricorn. How beautiful is that? Just embrace it. Let it flow. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? I just had to show you this. Keep your heart open. Twice in your reading. Time to open that heart and be brave, Capricorn. I know it's not easy, especially if you have been hurt by a situation, or, you know, things haven't worked out as you want them to in any area of your life. But it's time to open your heart to let these new energies of positivity flow towards you. Love that for you, Capricorn. I don't know where to put them. I'll put that there. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please, that sounds like I'm begging you. I'm not begging you, but if you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. And I will read for you all again really soon. Bye for now.